Hi, my name is Long Nose Pete. This is Skinny Witty Chris. We're two innocent fools, and this is the first edition of the Retards with Small PP podcast.
Nice one. First take and everything.
I'm eating a fig roll.
He's a fat cunt who
Um,
likes eating a lot.
fresh off kebab.
Yeah, fresh off the kebab. All right,
Yeah, I had to give to him the end of my coke though because
you can hack it.
my skinny instinct kicked in.
Shut up! Stop pretending that you're such a healthy person.
I am.
No, you're not.
I eat protein for breakfast, dinner, and lunch.
Yeah, okay.
I dropped some of my fig roll bollocks.
Fuck. Okay. So, do you want to explain how we met? You don't have to sit too close. You don't have to sit like they can. You can sit back.
I know
if you
that, but I'm comfortable in this position.
want. All right. So,
Stop trying to kill my vibe.
Okay, I'll move it here. Okay,
Um.
go. So, how did we meet?
So basically, it was another night of me telling my friends that I wasn't gonna go out,
Yeah.
and them
Phone.
easily convincing me to go out. So it's basically like they text me saying, "Here, lad, come out, just come out," and I was like, "No, no, no," and then they were like, "Lad, seriously, come out," and I was like, "Fine," and
As you do, easily just persuade.
yeah, basically,
Yeah.
and then I went out to my mates. We went into the pub, had a green diesel. If you don't know what a green diesel is,
Yeah, explain what it is.
a green diesel is a shot of whiskey, a shot of Jaeger, and whatever whiskey you want, and
What percentage do you think that is? I'd say that's high.
a bottle of Blue Wicked. So
Oh. Sweetie, yeah.
put it this way, if you have suicidal thoughts, this would be the drink for you.
Okay. It's basically a pretty high concentrated. Is it even a shot, or is it just multiple shots, or is it just like a glass?
It's like a shot if a shot was injecting a combination of heroin and steroids.
Okay. And how many did you just have the one, or did you have multiple of these?
I only had the one, but the only reason that I only had the one was because I had work at 9 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah.
And so basically, that's Then we went out to Tigers, which is our.
Who'd
our
you go out
local-
with? Was it just a lot of friends?
One of my best friends and his girlfriend, another one of my friends, and one of my friends, female friends from Galway, who was pretty fit, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So Emily, if you're listening to this, you're fit.
Shout out to Emily.
Yeah. So
Okay.
So then we queued up for Tigers for I'd say about half an hour.
Okay.
So what did you do before you went into Tigers? Gonna rob one of your squashies.
Oh yeah. Go for it.
Even though they're probably there since my last wank, but you know.
Oh, dude, they've been open for a while, but they were in my drawer, and I finally took them out, and I started eating them last night. Besides the point,
Actually, no. My last wank was only 2 days ago. So that
okay, well, no one cares. Okay,
that wouldn't be that long.
Shut up, shut up. All right, you said what was I doing? This was Halloween. I can't even remember, dude. I can't even remember what I was doing. What did I dress up as? Scooby.
Scooby-Doo.
Okay, so was that? I'm trying to remember.
That was the weekend before Halloween.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I went down with a few friends. I think Big Half, I think maybe Reese, and then I think a few, maybe one or two others. But I wasn't planning to go out either, to be honest, if I remember correctly. But people were like, "Oh, come on, you might as well." Like it's how it's.
Go out.
Yeah,
Go
you know,
out,
yeah, no, exactly.
Go out.
It was like a Halloween thing where they're like, "Oh, come on, we'll go out and it'll be good crack." And I was like, all right,
That's basically how every night starts.
yeah. So
Like, come on, we'll go out. It'll be fucking mental crack, boy.
be grand. We'll get smashed. But
We'll
yeah,
get fucking livid.
yeah. So basically, we ended up I got in after like a couple of drinks in, do you know Squires?
Yeah.
The pub literally just
Right
underneath.
beside Tigers.
Yeah, so it's
Out
just a
front
pub.
of it.
It's just a old, like an old fashioned or old man's fashion looking pub that is kind of a mixed group. Like younger people tend to go there now, and it's a pretty popular place because it's so close to the nightclub that we go to, and I went in there. I had a couple of drinks with I think Craig and them or whoever it was that I went with, and I ended up getting separated with them for nearly the entire night because I bumped into you. Now we
Thanks.
only got in.
Can I just interrupt you there for a sec?
Yeah.
I am so distracted by this red line that constantly
Goes
on
on my Audacity.
and I'm just constantly looking at the time
Okay.
that's on it. How have we been speaking for 6 minutes and 15?
We could do that. Actually, no. Probably the best thing to do is just turn that off. Just so because. Okay, so getting back to the point, we only got into the club. If I'm correct, we only got in.
We literally only met like I'd say about
5 minutes,
5-10 minutes
into the So where we go to, it normally opens around 11:30. Doors open.
Yeah.
And it could take up between 5 minutes depending on where in the line you end up in to like 20 minutes. And if it's a busy night like it was that night, it was really busy that night.
Yeah, waiting about half an hour.
Yeah, we were waiting for a while, and like I didn't know you at the point. At this point, I was just in the line with my friends, and you were in the line with your friends.
I knew of you because of. We won't say his name because we're on a podcast right now.
Yeah. Okay. I think I know who you're on about.
We both know who we're on about.
Yeah, but besides
I knew of you. I didn't know you.
Yeah. You probably knew me. Wait, if you knew me, what did you know me from? What, like just as a person, or was there things that happened?
The person who shall not be named story. I saw you on a story a few times. That was about it.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. But okay, so basically, I'll set the scene of when we met. I was out wearing a Scooby-Doo onesie because
I wasn't dressed up at all because I didn't think that anyone would dress up that night, so I was kind of a dry shake.
Actually, now I actually remember. I remember who I went out with. Yeah. I went out with Adam because this was the night that I almost got arrested. Yeah, okay. I need to quickly, before I actually talk about how I met you, I'm gonna dial back to that, if that's okay, because it's a pretty funny story. Now,
you can get that. I'm getting the meetup because I think my perception of the meetup is gonna be a lot funnier.
Yeah, okay, that's okay. So basically, before I actually went in, before I went clubbing, I was pre-drinking, but because I was because I had to drive in, aka driving in by car, I don't go go against the law and drink drive. I left my I planned. Shut up, you. I was planning to drink in my car with one of my mates called Adam, and we were going
while driving.
No, while parked in my cousin's estate, and we did this prior. We did this either the weekend before or the night before. I can't remember which either. But this was my second time doing it. Parking up at this estate, my cousin's estate, where he stays, and I just parked my car there because it's safe in that estate. And I just go and we both just drink a couple of beers in my car.
Was it room bag?
No.
Oh, was that the estate like this you right down from
Dara Park? Yeah. So we went and we were there the first night. We were there for about an hour or two drinking and just enjoying it, listening to music in my car, just blasting them out in my car. And then this was the second time that we did it. And within about half an hour, or not even 20 minutes, we saw this guard's car go into the estate, do a U-ey, and then do you know them bigger trucks, Garda trucks,
Yeah.
came in with the Garda car, and then they both turned around, and then the Garda car came in a third time, and did a U-turn, and then just parked right next to my car, and then he opened down his window, and I opened down Adam's side of the window, and he was like, "All right, lads, what's going on here?" And we were like, "Oh, we're just chilling, having a few drinks before we go clubbing tonight." And he was like, "Now, have you been driving?" I was like, "No, I brought the drinks here in my bag, and I parked here, and we're only having them now." And I didn't even have a full one. I only drank about half of a bottle of Orchard Thieves, and which is just an apple cider. And we
as if this is gonna reach people internationally and they're not gonna know what
apple
Orchard
cider
Thieves
is
are.
nice, but I don't know. I just wanted to explain what it was. But basically he was like, "Okay, now what's your intentions for the night?" And we're like, "Oh, like we're gonna go into Tigers and into the club, but I only have so much money, and so I decided to drive in and pre-drink here." And he was like, "Okay, can you have your license?" And I was like, "Fuck, where's my wallet?" Like I was like searching mad, like there's mad searching for my wallet, and he was like, "Do you have it?" And I was like, yeah, I have it," and I found it. It was underneath my seat, thank God. And I showed him my ID, and he was like, "Now, I've noticed that you don't have your end plates up, he was like, but I know that I see that they're due up next month, so I'm not gonna do anything for that." But he was like, "But I need you to be aware that you have your engine on." And I was like, and he was like, "That, like, if you're drinking, you're never allowed to have your engine running." Because it's literally as bad as drink driving, apparently. Even though I was parked up, and he was like, "Now I understand it's been a cold night, and this night it was like, it was freezing that night."
I know. I standing out with him.
Yeah, yeah. But no, like I think that was one of the nights out. Like I came back and my car was like one of the nights out. My car was probably 100% frozen, because my car started freezing up when I was just parked up for a few minutes, and then I had to turn it on because it was so cold. And then
how are you crossing your legs like that?
I'm just too used to it.
The fuck?
But basically after that he was like, "Okay, I get it's cold, but you're gonna have to turn them off." And I was like, "Okay, fair enough." And he was like, "Okay, can I just get your details?" And luckily he let us go, because the two dudes that were in the car, the two guards, they seemed to be like mid-20s to late 20s. So they know, they've done it. They've definitely done stuff like this before, where you just sitting, chilling, and drinking before, like, as a pre-drink before you go out. Like, it's not unnormal, but it's definitely, like, people have done it before. And he was like, "Okay, just make sure he was like, I'm gonna do a couple of rounds, and if we see that car gone, I'm gonna arrest you." And I was like, "It's not gonna be gone. I'll get it tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, no problem, because I'm getting a taxi home." And he was like, "Okay." So he said, "Enjoy your night," and then we were like, "Fuck this, we're going. We're gonna walk in." So we walked in towards the pub, and that's when we had one drink in tops each, and then we walked over to the line, and that's kind of how it goes. But the thing is,
tops or squares?
Tops. But the thing is,
You
we
could have
noticed
been in tops at the same time as me then.
probably. I think we did go into Squares though. We walked through it. And before we went in around and went through the Silken, and we walked out. But basically, what happened was, we were walking down after we went to Tops towards Squires, and we noticed them going back down there. So they were on the ball. They were watching if our car was there. And then even when I left, I saw the same guys. When I left the club, so I noticed them. They were checking constantly if I left. But like I got a taxi home that night, so it was not too bad, and I got it the next day. So no arrests were made.
So basically, what you're saying,
we could have been arrested
for the time that you nearly got arrested. You didn't really nearly get arrested. You just
no, like so they said because I had the engine on, they could have arrested me, and because I had no end plate, I could have been arrested, but they were being nice and they didn't press any charges on us.
Fair enough.
But yeah, okay. So that was
As
my pre session of being in the club. Do you want to explain how we met?
Basically, so me, the lads,
stop that.
me, the lads,
Stop making noise, for fuck's sake.
Me, the lads, and the girlies were heading on in, and I think it was Dahi bought us all shots, and so we all took the shots together.
What'd you have?
Sambucas.
Nice.
I ended up spilling like half the shot on Emily's shoulder. So that was
You're not good at shots.
No, she literally like it was like the four of them there, and like the counter was packed, so I was literally just like,
you're reaching in.
Yeah. I was reaching in. And I was taking it back, and Emily got her shoulder in the way. I was like, "Fuck's sake!" So yeah, do you remember that, Emily? So yeah.
Okay, so you took the shot.
There's rumors going around that Emily's shoulder is still dripping with Sambuca today.
To this day. Careful.
Yeah, but yeah. So took the shot. Turned around. I was chatting to my mate that I hadn't talked to in about 2 years, I'd say.
And now, if I'm right,
and then me and him both looked at you, and we looked at each other, and we were like, "Reggie."
Yeah,
you were wearing Scooby.
Yeah, because because I was wearing the Scooby Doo onesie, the only reason I bought it was because I can do an impression of Scooby Doo, and my whole point of my
Scooby? No, that was so bad.
Stop. Just stop.
That was so bad.
Okay, so because I can do a decent impression for Scooby and Shaggy from Scooby Doo, that I decided to buy this 2 years ago, and I said, screw it. It's because for the crack, I'll go out and I'll go out, and if someone says my name, I will do the impression. Now you didn't say it. I think your friend said, "Oh, you Scooby," and you did an impression of Scooby, and then I instantly did it back, and we just laughed. We both just stared at each other and started laughing, and we were literally like, "We're gonna be friends now."
And then for the rest of the night, you just decided to fuck off at me, and I was still staying with Dottie and Laura and Emily and Ross the whole night, so you just kind of raved with us.
Yeah, because my friends kind of ditched me.
Yeah, and you were also trying to
eyeing up someone. Let's just say I was eyeing up someone.
You were trying to pull Emily. Let's not. Let's be frank about it. You were.
In fairness, she's hot. I can't deny it. She was hot.
We've both made this clear earlier in this talk. So
yeah, but okay, so
she has a boyfriend though. So I
know. Yeah,
watch yourself.
I didn't know this though. The entire night I didn't know, and it wasn't even just me trying to impress her. It was there was a few others trying to do it as well. There was, of course you, but I mean there was 2 other dudes that that weren't even part of our group. They came over, and I think I only started talking to them that night as well. Remember the guy with the glasses, the tall guy, kind of scrawny.
I do remember them actually.
Yeah. Okay, and then so the rest of the night was kind of consisted of us dancing like lunatics, because we danced. And we were doing some weird dances.
Yeah,
but that was the whole point.
That was the point. That was nothing compared to Halloween night when I just had a full-on rave by myself outside.
Yeah. So, no, okay. So basically, we became friends because we just
started raving.
We vibed, and your style of going.
So gay.
I mean, shut the fuck up. I mean, our style of like.
What do you want to do for the first day? Oh, I just want to vibe.
No, I mean like. The way you like go out in club is exactly the way I go out in club.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So it just made sense that we get along pretty well.
Hold on, I just need to send a snap to someone. Hi Shauna, we're doing a podcast. Want to join?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically after that that was what, the Sunday before or the Friday, and then Sunday was Halloween.
No. It was the Sunday. It was the Sunday before, and then next Thursday was Halloween.
Oh yeah,
next Wednesday was Halloween.
Okay.
Yeah, solid.
Sorry for that cut. So basically, my dad came in and tried to see if I was organized for this party that I have to go to with my dad.
Shitfaced.
Yeah, but okay. So where were we? Do you want to explain our Halloween night
Yeah, so
quickly, like not quickly, but briefly.
The Thursday after we met
Was Halloween.
Yeah, or
no,
maybe it's the Wednesday. I don't know.
It was Thursday. It was Thursday.
Yeah, well, whatever
Night.
Whatever.
It was Halloween.
Yeah, whatever day it was. So basically, I decided to wear a minion onesie. He wore his airsoft gear.
Yeah,
I came to his place at first. Then we went to his cousin's place.
So basically, I'll break it down from my point of perspective. I was sober that night. The whole time I was sober, and let's just say you weren't so sober that night. You got pretty intoxicated that night.
I didn't really though.
When you were raving by yourself, you looked like you had been drinking since 5 o'clock that evening. You were really out of it.
No, I wasn't out of it.
You were.
No, I wasn't. I completely remember everything that I did.
Oh no, I'm not saying I've been completely whacked out of it, but
if I was out of it, I would have been falling all over the place. I wouldn't have been able to rave like that.
Okay, well, basically, it just looked it. Okay,
I'm just ridiculously hyper when I'm in any way.
But it just let's just say for me, it looked like you were really drunk.
Yeah.
And so what happened was, I drove myself and you went and got some cider, apple cider, Rock Shores, beforehand, and we went over to my cousin's house.
You don't need to say the exact name of the drink. You can just say you got a drink.
Yeah. Okay. So we went and got.
Jesus Christ, Alex.
We went and got some drinks for you. You wanted some drinks. You spilt one.
Yeah.
Because it burst in my car.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was funny. But okay, so that happened. We went over to my cousin's. We chilled there for what, 20 minutes, something like that. We weren't there long. We had a drink and we were just talking, and then
he told me that I could take a shot of whiskey, and then I poured out a shot that was realistically like four shots.
Yeah, that was funny. I'd say that's what probably got you pretty locked at the start.
Probably.
Okay, then I think the only reason that we actually stayed there was because we were waiting for Craig's friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we heard that they were ready, we decided to head off and collect them. So I collected both of them from one of their houses, and both of them they were getting ready together, and we went and collected them, and then all 5 of us went to one of the pubs in Monster Evan.
Yeah, and we just played.
We played pool.
All we did there was play pool.
We played pool, and I drank Coke, like just plain Coca-Cola, and you had a drink, and then the others had one drink either. Yeah, everyone else had one drink as well, and they were just out in the smoking area.
Green Diesel was just 3 drinks and run, lads.
Yeah, and then we left, and then we drove to
Court.
Nace. So Nace is what, 30 minutes from Monster Evan?
Something like that.
Yeah, about a 30-minute drive, and when we get there, we realize that one of our friends is extremely drunk at this point.
Oh yeah, she's like the most delusional girl you'll ever meet in your life.
Like,
it's pretty funny.
She literally, when we were in the car on the way, she was like, she was literally like this. She was getting really, really giddy, and she'd be like, "I'm not even that drunk. Like, you know what? I'm fine." She was just going on like that. She was fine while holding in her hand a big bottle of white wine.
Solid.
And
yeah,
she was downing this thing, and then at one point she had it in her hand. I parked out in the street because I knew that I could like just get in the car and leave after the club, so it was fine. We went out, and we all needed to like take a pit. Like, we need to go to the bathroom, all of us. So we ended up
in the corner of the street.
Yeah, so we ended up going up an alleyway into a dark area, and we ended up all peeing because we really needed to pee, and we knew we weren't going to get in anywhere without needing to wait for ages. So we just ran up an alley. We found one, and we just nearly everyone just took a quick piss.
Yeah,
and we met back at my car, and this is when our drunk friend decided to start going on a rant about why she couldn't find her her bottle of wine, and it was literally in her hand. And we were like, "Are you actually that drunk?" She was like, "No, not really. I'm fine. Like, I just want to finish this." And we're like, "Finish it quick and let's go because we need to get you in the club." So
in the line, chatting shit to people.
yeah, we ended up waiting for 40 minutes or so.
Something like that.
Because now their reasoning was they took in so many people on their first go that they had to stop allowing people in, so they could take time to open up the upstairs club area, the bar with the dance floor. So that took like about 30-40 minutes, and we were all in waiting there. I was sober and I was listening to these drunk ass dudes go rant about random crap and almost get almost getting the bouncers pissed off. And I was just there like, please just let us in so I can just get away from this conversation. But we eventually get in, and myself and you were first in. Then our friends and Big Half came afterwards. Big Half came last, and we were looking around. And we're like, where is he? Like, he should be in, like, because he was literally right behind us in the line. He was only a few people behind us, but he ended up being a good 10 minutes or 20. Good about 10 minutes more in the line before we got in, because they stopped him apparently. Did you know that?
Oh,
yeah,
he did not.
He was stopped, and because they thought like he was like drunk, or either drunk or that he was being with one of the people that was giving one of the bouncers hassle, and he was like, "Nah, lad, my friends are just in," and he let him in eventually. So it wasn't extremely like eventful, but it was still a really good night. So what happened was we got in, we all went to the bar, or no, sorry, myself, yourself, and Big Half went to the bar, and we all went to get drinks, and we went and got drinks, and we were waiting there for 20-30 minutes as well. Like, but we were just raving. We were raving to the music, and we were eyeing up like a lot of people. No. You were. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Okay. So that happened, and I noticed someone, and nothing happened, unfortunately, because I was at the far side of the bar, and it took us about 30 minutes to get our drinks, and we get them. Now, Big Half went out to meet up with his friends, and his two friends in the smoking area. And do you want to explain like this smoking area? How, like, what's it like?
It's just a little shed outside, really.
And yeah, and it's long but quite narrow. There's like a load of seats, and it's just cramped. It's so cramped.
I know exactly.
Because that's where the heaters are. So a lot of people are trying to get in to stay warm because it was cold out.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're gonna say now.
Okay.
You're gonna say about when we were on the way into the when we were on the way into the smoking area, and I stopped and talked to a girl that she knew me from running, but I hadn't a fucking clue.
So basically,
then her friend basically just.
Okay, let me describe it.
Fucking gobbed the shit out of it.
Yeah. Okay. So, myself and yourself, we were the last two people to get the drinks, and we were walking out with our drinks. I think I nearly finished my drink by the time we got out, because it was only like Coke, because I was driving, and
if this were me on this podcast, it'd be like 10 minutes long.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to drag it out, so shut up. But for dramatic effect. So we were walking out, and like Owen said, two really fit girls just stopped right in front of us and one of them started talking to you, and I think she said something on the lines of, aren't you Owen from athletics? You do the running or something.
Yeah, everyone knows me from athletics.
From athletics. And while I don't even know what you were talking about, I can't remember, but I ended up looking at her friend, and I literally just shook my hands like I didn't even say anything. I just gave the impression of I have no idea what's going on or what's happening. She just started like smiling at me, and I smiled back. So she came in, and what happened was she literally just hugged me, and she hugged me for like a second or two, but then she like just laid her head right next to my head. and then she just tilted and turned into me, and I looked, and she just
gobbing the shite out of you.
we just started making out. Yeah, literally.
I wouldn't even call it making out. I'd call it gobbing the shite out of you.
Yeah, okay, whatever. So that happened, and all I can hear while making out with this random ass chick was, "What the fuck?" the girl's friend started like saying, "What the fuck?" And I think she said her name, but I didn't even hear it. I was so busy.
Yeah, I was just like, right, well, that happened.
Yeah, exactly. That's literally what you said. That's what I heard. I was like, well, that's happening. And then a few seconds later, we stop. And what? She just grabs her friend away from me and pulls her. And they were gone. Like, they were instantly gone away. They went back inside. And I literally went, oh, I don't know what happened. I literally was so confused. But I was so happy because I was, like, completely sober. So I was like, all right, pretty good night. Now, the only eventful, really, thing that happened was one of our friends, the drunk friend, got sick and ended up leaving. Or she didn't leave. She was thrown out because she was drunk.
I don't.
She couldn't. No, she was really. No.
No, she was. She was
at the time.
She was fucked, but she wasn't thrown out.
She was.
No, Neve brought her out.
Yeah, well, obviously, but the bouncers were with them the entire time and trying to get her to get up. They were like, she was technically thrown out, and then after that, I went back in to get another drink because I was just like, okay, and then I ended up being with Big Hef while you were dancing. You were raving. You went off and started raving by yourself
outside the smoking area.
No, not outside the smoking area. Inside you.
Oh yeah, sorry, I went off
yeah,
with all
the girls, like a bunch of girls, and I literally, all I remember doing was clapping, going, "Come on, atta boy, that's it." And then
yeah, see, I do.
But then
I
that's
have
when
completely different intentions than you do.
Yeah, no, I know, but I was just trying to hype you up and hype Craig Hef up because I was still sober. Like, be in my shoes, I needed to give a reason to be happy. So basically, after this, I was waiting for a while, and like I'm saying, you know, I'm small. You're not tall. You're not that tall either. But holy crap, this girl comes up. Not gonna lie, she was pretty fit, and let's just say she had some nice features. And she came up and she started flirting with me at the bar, trying to get her way to get her way to the front.
Wait, was this after?
No, this is when you were dancing. This is when you started going off. I couldn't find you. I couldn't even see you after this. After a while, you kept going around. You kept going around to different people, and I couldn't find you. But I ended up talking to this girl, and we were chatting, and she's being really flirty. And then after a while, we ended up separating, and we ended up going back out to the smoking area, myself and Hef. And then I ended up coming back in for something and I think it was with you at one point. And the same girl that I ended up flirting with started dancing. And when I say she danced, like she was meant to be in a strip club.
Danced with.
Yeah. And basically.
Danced with her booty.
With her booty. And she was on me, dude. She was really on me. And I was enjoying it. And let's just say I got a phone call and then got rushed out of it.
Dad's like, right, I'll take it over, but you know.
Whatever. And then I think the only eventful other thing is that you were dancing like crazy. That was the only other really good thing that happened that night.
Also, I kind of lost all grip strength at one point and just ended up dropping a pint on the ground. So that's fun.
Oh, that was actually pretty funny. So basically, you were talking to one of your mates, right?
Then I hit the wall and basically
you hit the wall and
the glass to the ground.
Like, it's not like he let go and it just fell. He woed and then on the way down he threw it onto the floor and it went just everywhere.
Lost all grip strength.
It went everywhere. Now, all I'm gonna say about you dancing like a maniac is that was the first time, if I'm correct, that you did the splits. And
yeah.
How did that feel?
Woke up the next day with an extremely painful groin.
Yeah, that tends to happen, man.
I'd say I did the splits about 5 times that night.
5 times.
And I'd, like,
Yeah, that's about right.
Never done it before.
Now, do you want to describe what your outfit really looked like?
What my outfit looked like?
Yeah.
I was wearing a fucking Minion Mozzie with a white coat over it.
Yeah, so let's just say with white shoes.
Yeah, and let's just say they weren't white after.
No.
I finished.
You decided to break dance and shuffle your way around on dirty, wet
floor,
like stone tiles, type of tiles, and every time that I saw you doing the. All right, so
we haven't a clue where we are because
my parents came in again, and they were in for longer than fucking intended. So, okay, so we kind of basically wrapped up the entire second night of being in, that we ever gone out together, which was the Halloween night. Overall, the first night really defined like what type of how well we were going to get along as friends.
Yeah.
Because
second night was just kind of.
It was more sociable. Like we were out with my cousin and 2 of his friends, and it was just a good night out in general.
Yeah.
Then.
Well, we're not going to go into as much detail in the next night out, but the only thing you really need to understand about it is I got kicked out.
Do you want to explain that? Really?
No, I do not.
Why?
No.
From my perspective, because it's kind of funny.
No, don't. Just don't. Just end the podcast right now. No, it's okay. 47 minutes will do us.
37.
Same thing.
Okay.
It's only like 10 minutes on a difference cam out.
Yeah. Okay, so unfortunately I have to go get ready for a Christmas party, which is my dad's company is having a Christmas party that is about shut fucking Christ, dude. Don't do that. Basically it's a party that's about 20 minutes from here, if even. But I have to go and drive and collect everybody beforehand. Well, nearly everybody beforehand. So I have to go get ready, and is your mom collecting you? I'm assuming.
Yeah, boy.
Sweetie.
I think.
If not, you're fucking walking home, man. I have to go and I have to collect people.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah. So I have to go there. Probably in another podcast. Hopefully soon, maybe in the next day or 2, I might record the second one explaining if anything happens tonight, if anything interesting happens tonight. Are you going out tonight?
Maybe.
Well, like if you are, like,
you'll know by the end of the night.
Yeah. So
hopefully I don't get kicked out this time.
Yeah, I really want to explain that really quickly.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Stay tuned for the next episode.
If you want
of. Small Willie Chris and Long Toes Pete.
Yeah, we'll figure out a name for the next one. But I hope you enjoyed our two stories.
I hope you enjoyed the Innocent Fools podcast. We'll see you in the next one.
Innocent Fools, really?
Yeah.
All right. Peace.